people were talking about having worms in their tequila, and I didn't really know what it was, and I thought it sounded terrible, but Jay and I had this random idea on a cruise that we were taking that we'd go down to Mexico and we'd find a bottle of this stuff and figure out what the deal was. So our cruise was about to leave, we packed our bags and we headed to Mexico.
Where are we at, Mike?
Here in Long Beach. Our cruise leaves in like an hour, and next stop, Mexico.
Wow.
After we checked into our room, our original plan was to hang out that night, keep it mellow, wake up the next day, hang out for a few hours, and then head into Mexico and search for the worm. But it didn't necessarily go according to plan.
This mojito is great. There's no worm drink, whatever that's called.
Brian, if we go to Mexico, are you trying the worm?
Oh, I'm gonna eat 2 worms.
I should say, when we get to Mexico, are you trying a worm?
Oh, yes.
Alright, we've been on the ship for 2 hours. I've had 1 mojito. Jay's had 2 mojitos.
Morning of day 2. Had a lot too much to drink last night. I feel pretty terrible. I need this in my stomach right now. After scarfing down some breakfast, we slowly pulled into the Mexican port. Now the day was amazing and the waves were a little bit choppy and the boat definitely got nauseating at times, but we hung in there and knew in a couple hours we'd be in Mexico.
Well, we arrived in Ensenada. See over there. I've got about 3 hours of sleep in me. I guess it's worm time. I mean, that's what we came here for. I don't know if I can handle a worm, but we're gonna try it.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Do you think you're gonna be able to hold it down?
No, I'm not gonna hold it down at all. I'm actually pretty bummed about it, but I think the worm eating procedure that I read online is that you have to drink the first part of the mezcal until you get to the bottom, and then you chew on the worm, like you really chomp on it. And
Are you serious?
It explodes with flavor.
It explodes with guts.
That too.
You tell me that I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. I tell you it's just for fun, it's just for fun, it's just for fun. I'll give you my number, alright? We can hang out. This'll be fun.
We waited in line for a few minutes and finally got off the ship. We started walking towards Ensenada and we asked a couple people what bar we should go to. We're looking for a place called Papas and Beer. After having a few too many drinks at what seemed like the most American place in town, we decided to leave and wander down some side streets and look for a small liquor shop, hoping that they'd have our worm. We ended up finding a small shop with a guy who runs it that used to live in Los Angeles. He was super nice and he let us taste like 10 different types of tequila. Then he explained to us that the worm we were looking for wasn't in tequila, it was in mezcal. He then explained to us that the only people that purchased the mezcal with worms were Americans coming down to Mexico looking for a thrill. But we'd come this far, so we figured we'd try it anyways. Then he pulled out some other stuff he wouldn't allow us to film.
Turn it off. We got like about 15 samples. I don't feel great. Jay, how do you feel?
I'm swallowing spit right now to not vomit.
We gotta pick up our alcohol. Oh man. Alright, we're back in the US and I'll show you what we found here. Oh god, I'm so regretting this. Could have probably gone down to Bevmo and just got this at Bevmo, but we're ridiculous and I have no idea why we did this. Jay, check this out.
Oh, are you serious? Absolutely not.
Oh, it's like a larva.
It's like a larva. I am no way. Oh, that's so gnarly. Why would you do that?
So we'd gone to Mexico, we'd gotten our worm, all that was left was to take the plunge, and we weren't looking forward to it.
Wait, don't do it yet. Hold on.
Wait, are we gonna chew it?
We went to Mexico for a worm. That's,
We don't
that's
need to
more
chew.
than enough. I can swallow it. Really not. Oh. There's light in there too. I like how no, that's a bummer. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this at all.
Oops. Wait, gotta do it all together.
Alright, guys.
To Mexico?
To Mexico?
30s?
The 30s.
Oh, I felt it go down. Oh, it's crawling in my stomach.
Ow.
I've got to be honest, seeing a worm sitting there in our shot glass was pretty terrifying, but I think it was one of those mind over matter things. We chewed it up and swallowed it down, and it ended up not being that big of a deal. But would I ever do it again? Nah, no thanks.
Mezcal.
What I want to do is
Mezcal worm challenge complete.